輝くマシンライダージャンプライダーキック仮面ライダー仮面ライダーライダーライダーライダーキック仮面ライダー仮面ライダーライダーライダー
Well, here we are. 98 episodes, 3 movies, and 45 years later. We're finally at the end of the story of Takashi Hongo.
And what a way this man went out.
Yeah.
Because apparently this was Fujioka Sensei's swan song, his Forever Black tour.
Well, he does come back in a later movie, but yes,
I mean, to say,
at the time,
to say, like, you know, it's kind of like, you know when Christopher Reeves put on the last time the Superman outfit and we knew that was it?
Yeah.
You know, it's like, you know, it's also the, like, you know, the times that, depending on how you grew up, you know, which Batman was your Batman, that when they finally ended it, if you knew it was over, you knew it was done, like, there goes the legacy. There goes, whether it be Adam West, Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer recently, Christian Bale, George Clooney to a lesser extent, and even more recently, the late, great Kevin Conroy. You know, when they finally finished their turns as the hero, it's like you knew it was done. Like there goes an era, there goes a time, and obviously, Hishiro Fujioka Takashi Hongo really put it all into this movie. He really did. At 70 years old, 70, he was doing his own stunts in this movie.
He was exactly 70 years old at the time, which means this year he's 79 years old.
And he still looks good for his age.
Yeah.
The man has not stopped.
What's crazy is like watching this movie, like he was not slowed down. Like I was like curious, like did they get like stunt double for some of the sequences? And then And you know, I talked to a certain person from Toei to verify, and they confirmed. And I confirmed, they confirmed, yes, he did all of his own stunts in this movie. Well, of the unmorphed, I don't know what the situation was with the rider suit, because very often in the person in the rider suit is not always the lead actor, but definitely in the unmorphed stunt sequences, Fujioka did all of his own stunts.
Yeah, the man,
the myth,
the man deserves the title number 1.
The legend. That's right. Yes,
he really does. I mean, I know I've always, I mean, and people have asked me again. You hyped up Nigo so much. I'm like, yes, because, and again, I stated
he deserves it.
He deserves it for what he established.
Yes.
Obviously. Because, like I said before, and I'll say it again, he established everything that a Kamen Rider is now. What they do, who they are, their poses, even maybe let's go down to the gimmicks. Because let's be honest. Ichimonji was very resourceful and very on his feet.
Yep.
Where Hongo in the beginning was more like
a solo act and focus more on his let's put it in terms that so you can understand. Hongo was basically Jonathan Joestar. He has the heart of gold, down on his luck, but the man was an unstoppable force and an immovable object all at the same time. Ichimonji is basically Joseph Joestar. He doesn't have that physical gravitas, but he makes up for it with his sleight of hand.
Yeah, no. It pretty much is that, you know. But again, sadly, Ichimonji is not in this film. A lot of people
or even referenced.
A lot of people are not in this film. The only one that gets noted and brought up so much is because the connection that they have to one of the main characters is obviously Tobei Tachibana, played by Aokiji Kobayashi.
Yeah.
And of course, we all know, sadly, Kobayashi Sensei passed away in 1996.
Yep.
You know, he is no longer with us. So to have an homage to him, to a prolific actor in not only Japanese cinema but in tokusatsu, again, the man did a lot in tokusatsu. He did. He loved it. He loved having fun. He pretty much had done everything from the mainstays of the genre of Godzilla, Ultraman, Kamen Rider, Sentai, to even like the Red Man, Mirror Man, just any tokusatsu property you could probably think of. He had, in some ways, was involved in it. Because, well, when you got actors on the payroll, why not? Why not?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And yeah, so yes, why are we here? Well, we are here to discuss the 45th anniversary film Kamen Rider 1. Or just Kamen Rider Ichigo, let's be honest. But no, morphologically it's just called Kamen Rider 1. And yeah, it's 45th anniversary, came out in March of 2016. The movie came out between episodes 35 and 36 of Kamen Rider Ghost, as the cast of Ghosts are incorporated. But as you know, people who are watching this review during our playlist of Kamen Rider Ghost, which at the time of this recording hasn't happened yet, we are still reviewing between episodes 33 and 34 because the events of 34 and 35 don't affect the events of this movie.
Honestly, I know nothing about Ghost.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing.
As of the time of this recording.
I know nothing about Ghost. The only thing I was aware of with Ghost was the gimmicks of the icon and the fact that, well, again, someone unwillingly told me he's dead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so for those of you who are watching our Kamen Rider Ghost reviews before watching our Kamen Rider Ichigo reviews, let us summarize the plot of Kamen Rider Ichigo very briefly without spoilers. And at the same time, for those of you who are watching our Kamen Rider Ichigo reviews without watching Kamen Rider Ghost, we will summarize Kamen Rider Ghost up to this point without spoilers. Okay, here we go. Kamen Rider Ichigo, the main character, Sakashi Hongo, who is a motorcyclist and college student who is super special awesome. He gets kidnapped by an organization called Shocker in order to become one of their mindless cyborg soldiers, who are, by the way, an offshoot of the Nazi Party. But Takashi Hongo escapes. He's framed for murder, but it's proven that he's not the person who murdered the scientist that turned him into a cyborg, and he swears revenge because his humanity was robbed because the actor got injured. They had to do a bit of cast changing, thus introducing Kamen Rider Nigo, who took over for 39 episodes, introducing various colorful characters, some more memorable than others. But right before Takashi Hongo makes a comeback because he was away in Europe fighting other members of Shocker, including Colonel Zol, Dr. Shinigami, Ambassador Hell, And then once he shows up, Nego leaves, and then Nego comes back a couple of times. But then it turns out that after the defeat of Ambassador Hell, the great leader of Shocker has another organization called the Gelda, which doesn't make any sense whatsoever. One of whom is a character named Crabbat, who honestly looks like a gremlin, let's be completely honest. But he's completely pointless character beyond the first 2 episodes he appears in. And they defeat the great leader of Shocker. And Takashi and Ichimonchi both make comebacks in future seasons, including this film. But, well, one of them makes a comeback in this film. Now, moving on to the plot of Kamen Rider goes, my name is Takeru Tenkuji, and I'm 18 years old, and I died on my 18th birthday. I have 99 days in order to find 15 icons of historical figures in order to bring myself back to life. But, of course, stuff happens. He's still dead, but not disappeared because there's like the 99-day thing just got renewed in some weird way. We're not going to discuss too much into it. But there is another character who uses a ghost driver who is Kamen Rider Spectre, and his sister is involved. There's a third Kamen Rider involved, but he's not in this movie, so we're not going to bring him up. And that's everything you need to know about Kamen Rider Ghost to discuss this movie if you haven't watched Ghost yet.
And he did that all in one breath.
Yeah. Hey, you know, if Austin St. John and Walter Jones can summarize the first 6.5 seasons of Power Rangers in 2 minutes, I can summarize 130 episodes.
Ugh.
31 episodes of Kamen Rider in a roughly twice the time. It's actually not very impressive now that I say it out loud. No.
Okay. So, yeah, no, we again, I knew nothing about Ghosts, obviously. Nothing. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of a thing to hop into a series that, I mean, it would you would think it'd be more of a thing to jump into Shin Kamen Rider than it would be jumping into this movie. But again, that's a retelling of the story. That's a retelling of the story. Which, again, if you want a very simple and short and sweet and to the point version of the Kamen Rider, I say go watch that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, we went the long way. We literally circled around Japan via the coastline in this. And that sounds like fun when you say it. You know, like, oh, that's going to be... But you don't realize how Japan roads are. Mm. And especially how long of a drive. I know that you could literally fit Japan into California. Mm-hmm. But when you're just in a car and just by yourself and like nothing but the scenery of the show and the ups and downs and sometimes the wrong turns and the end of roads that sometimes say, wait, this is supposed to be a main road. What happened? You're kind of like, I can't believe we actually did this.
Yeah.
That's the road trip of the Kamen Rider. It's pretty much, if you were to go around Japan, the island of Japan, fully, and then come back to where you were. Or let's do it even more for us Americans. If you were to drive all the way around California, the borderlines of California, to the tip tops, to almost hitting Oregon, and coming all the way back down, almost hitting Tijuana, you would probably have gone crazy at this point.
Oh yeah, no, it's a 5-hour drive to get from where I live to Las Vegas. And the only reason I'm interested in going to Vegas, believe it or not, it's not the casinos or the showgirls or the nightlife. It's to get more of this stuff. But would I be willing to drive 5 whole hours just to get this stuff? Probably not.
I would. I got
Yeah.
friends over there, so probably that'd be mine.
Oh yeah, no. Like if you have like friends to like spend the night with, and you're gonna be there for like more than 1 or 2 days, yeah, sure, have fun, have at it. But if like you're only going there just to do a milk run at the Speed Cube shop, it's like, by the way, shout outs to the Speed Cube shop. We're not sponsored by them, but I'm still giving them a shout out regardless. Yeah, it's like it's gonna be one hell of a milk run if it's 5 hours in each direction.
Mm-hmm. No, it's quite a ways, honestly.
Yeah.
But this was not a simple task, ladies and gentlemen, to do. This was not a simple task.
Mhm.
And now, yeah, here we are. And again, when we do these types of movies, I always like to not just watch it, but also pay attention to who's there. Obviously, we have a couple people that come back from past Tokusatsu into this show.
Now. Down!
You have to get the spray bottle. Yeah, so everyone, hold your horses, boys. I'm getting there. Hold your anime horse girls, okay? Jesus, that thing's been out for years, and the weebs basically discovered we have the Kentucky Derby now. Where have y'all been? I knew that this shit existed. So yes, now Nagagisawa, who was Nanami in Hurricane, is in this movie. Now calm down. Especially you in the back. No, not you. The girl behind you. Shh. I know. I know. Honey, I know. I've seen her swimsuit spreads. I know. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We'll chat later. But yeah, so now Hurricane Blue is here. We also have a prolific narrator, Shozo Izuka, who that man, you may not know his face, but you know his voice. He's done many narrations for, God, the list goes on. Kamen Rider, One Piece, anything with a narrator. You ever hear like that? And I like that voice, you know? It's like,
Bagami.
Yeah.
Right out so and so.
That's him. I'm like, whoa. Not only that, we have where is he? And I had him here. The Prime Minister from Shin Godzilla. That guy, that asshole, Rin Osagi, is in this movie, and he is Ambassador Hell.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, obviously we can't get the original actor for obvious reasons.
Sadly not. But I was like, how proper is that? You were an incompetent prime minister in Shin Godzilla, and then you're
an incompetent general in.
Yeah. The original Ambassador Hell was, a very incompetent motherfucker. But let us not forget, he was a violent, dastardly motherfucker. Incompetent, yes.
But violent.
Yes. But this would be a man that I would not want to be left alone in a room with. Because I would be turned into foam. Like, he is a psychopath.
Yes. That classic trope of...
Yeah, no, the man was a psychopath. Let's just put it that way. That's what I could literally say Ambassador Hell was in the original Kamen Rider. He wasn't smart. He was a brute. That's pretty much I could say about it. And well, first off, I'm like, didn't you like fall off stage right and blow up? But then again, what am I saying? We've brought back Apollo Geist before. We brought back many other people before.
We brought back Ambassador Hell's brother cousin thing, Ambassador Dark.
Yeah, in
Kamen Rider Gaim.
Yeah, no, we
How
did.
Appropriate that two Heisei era movies crossover movies in a row featuring Ichigo. Both of them involve the Ambassador Bros.
Again, Shinigami Sensei was possibly the most the most competent one, and again, if you look at, he had the most longest arc, I think, out of all of the generals. He had the longest arc.
Yeah,
but again, all the generals had something that, I mean, we have several homages and nods to the generals as well in this this movie. We have a wolf. That's a nod to General Zoll. Even the final Geldum, the Geldum crossover where Crab Bat, but also the amalgamation that happens.
Yeah.
That's kind of Geldumish, but also that kid, I mean, the way that he looks also gives a shout out back to Black Shogun, the General Black.
Yep.
So it's just okay. So even though, it's pretty much out with the new and out with the old, in with the new with this. And even though this is a ghost movie, it didn't really feel like that to me.
Yeah. I was really torn whether this movie should we review this while doing Ichigo, or should we review it while doing Ghost? But the thing is, we should do it during Ichigo specifically because one, Ichigo is more of the focus character than Ghost is. It's more like Kamen Rider Ichigo featuring Ghost rather than Kamen Rider Ghost featuring Ichigo.
Well, that's even the thing with the movie title. It's I was looking it up.
Even with the movie title, yeah.
It's Kamen Rider Ichigo. It doesn't say Kamen Rider Ghost Presents or Kamen Rider Ghost with Ichigo. It's pretty much just Kamen Rider Ichigo.
Yeah.
And so I'm well, can we? I mean, literally, when I was watching this, I'm I know nothing of Ghost, but I'm not seeing anything here of Ghost.
Yeah, Ghost is very in this movie.
He's
a ghost.
It's just Ghost is just an afterthought in this movie. He's there.
Yeah, it's okay, it's an anniversary movie, but we somehow have to incorporate the current season. Which, if I'm being honest, other seasons have done it better. Again with Kamen Rider Gaim, weirdly enough, Vice and X both got a lot more focus. A lot more focus than you would expect them to. Even though the main aspect was, Ichigo's gonna fight Gaim, and focus more on Kisuke Jin and Takumi Inoue unpacking their trauma together.
Yeah. No, I know. I'm just well, okay. That was kind of thing. Even with the Gaim movie itself was I'm not saying that movie was good. It wasn't. It was not good. If they had focused a lot more on X and on Fies, what this movie kind of did in a way.
Mm-hmm.
But instead we incorporated the Gaim whole thing, and then it's wait, did you forget this is a Gaim movie, right? I'm
so we gotta have lock seats.
Yeah, and that's kind of the thing here with this movie. Even though it's we have Ghost, and then there's the icons.
Yeah.
The
40th anniversary movie, the one with O's, did a better job integrating 3 Kamen Riders.
Are you talking about the final O's movie or the actual anniversary of O's?
The anniversary movie where Deno and O's team up with Ichigo and Nigo in order to fight Shocker, who took over the planet after getting one of Unk's core medals.
Oh, where they come up with the hyper O's?
No, that's the winter film during Forze's run.
Okay, no, yeah.
Yeah, no. Although the original 7 were in that movie with W.
Yeah.
But no, it's no. I'm talking about the film that came out in April 1st. Yeah, April 1st, 2011, which was 2 days before the 40th anniversary of Kamen Rider. Which, by the way, same weekend the 1000th episode of Kamen Rider aired on the day of. By the way. But the point is, Oz and Denno were both integrated into the story a lot better than Ghost was in this film. Or Gaim in that other film.
Yeah.
And they had time to squeeze in a couple of other Toei heroes like 2 Kikaiders, Inazuman, and one of those annoying Pokemon that you find in the cave.
Zubato.
But yeah, no, it's like in this movie, it's like I have to say the opening scene in this movie was a way more promising. Like we got a classic Jackie Chan style movie taking place in Thailand, and like
it opens up like, and I'm like, Thailand of all places.
Yeah,
I know that we did cover that in X, but let's bring it back. I think that was because no joke, it was around this time that the lawsuit that happened. That long ago lawsuit that we mentioned way back when with X.
So what you're saying is the guys who tried to beat up Takashi in this movie were actually working for the guys who made Hanuman.
So the thing is that I found out in my research that lawsuit actually wrapped up around this time. When the hell did it start? So you're telling me for over 30 years they were going back and forth, and they finally was like, no, it's Japan's. And so we start off in Thailand, of all places. And what happens? A Japanese superhero kicks the crap out of what looks like a Taiwanese like mob boss, but he's very distinct because he's got glasses and a suit on, and he's got his hair slicked back, and surprisingly looks a lot like Senpote Sans. And what happens?
He goes
up to Hongo, tells him tells him something, and then Hongo kicks his ass and throws
I love it. It's like, excuse me, but food needs to be enjoyed in peace.
What exactly did he say to him?
That's literally what he said. It's like Hongo said, excuse me, but food needs to be enjoyed in peace. Which, like, if I'm gonna be real apophenic about it, that was a callback to Kabuto.
But also, the guy came in loud as fuck saying something. I don't remember what he said.
Oh, you're talking about that far back. Yeah, no, it's like what happened is they had some like unfinished business with Hongo because apparently they got some history. Let's keep it 100. And yeah, so what happened was they entered into the restaurant, and like one of them holds him at gunpoint. I'm like, geez, you'd think he'd use like a Butterfinger wrapper. He's like, you know why we're here, don't you? He's like, you put another one of our kids in the hospital. I'm like, excuse me? Like, what do you mean put one of our kids in the hospital? But what I'm going to assume is, given that there's a Kumite poster in the background, I'm gonna guess that Hongo was probably doing some blood support.
That the Kumite doesn't exist. I'm to me, I was like, I didn't notice that, but at the same time, I'm like, no, that doesn't sound like Hongo. But
if you're like under the grid, who knows what you're gonna do?
Yeah, no,
I mean, remember, Korra in season 4 of Legend of Korra was also doing kumite.
I mean, the thing was that he got to finish his meal, but he kicked their asses and threw them out, obviously kicking their asses, obviously. And of course, the cops get called. They arrest these guys, and the people are cheering. I'm pretty sure that was an homage to Senpote Sands, obviously.
Yeah, it's like who's that? Don't you know? That's the legendary hero, Takashi Hongo. But
the Taiwanese know this.
But like what they don't know is that he had a bit of a thoracic pain, and he had a bit of thoracic pain, and he drops a wall with a picture of a teenage girl.
What are you doing, Hongo?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in the words of Stanley, that is my daughter. She's teenage and she's in Catholic school. That's it. I'm taking that photo down.
Yeah, no. Yeah, because Hongo, it's like, I don't think Hongo ever got married or anything. So who is this young girl that, and again, she is young. She's high school age. So
yeah,
I'm like,
see, here's the thing. I know that if Ichimonji got married, there's no question he would have got married to Mari. No question about it.
Oh, yeah.
Not Yuri, not Michi, not Hemi, not Mika. It would have been Mari. Like, you could sense the sparks in those 2 episodes and only those 2 episodes. But like with Takashi, it's like very often he's shipped with Ruriko.
Oh,
exactly. It's like if you've never watched Kamen Rider the First or Shin Kamen Rider,
really
barely gonna remember who Ruriko even is.
Yeah, that's the only way that you'll remember who she is. But yeah, no. What I mean, the thing is that now we cut to Japan.
Yeah. Yes, where the 3 main characters of 3 of the 6, but the mainest of the 3 of the 6 main characters are having a karaoke battle where, and like I know that there's machines that score you, but one thing this movie got absolutely correct is the machine score is absolutely arbitrary because they're like, let's be honest, if you've ever been to Carnival Karaoke in Tarzana, it's like you could sing like really well, and the machine will give you a score of 72, while you could sing incredibly horrible and still score 99.
It probably just if you finish the song.
They're just glad you finished the song, exactly. But yeah, so for those of you who are watching this from the Ichigo side and not the Ghost side, yes, Takeru Tenkuji is an 18-year-old who died on his birthday, and he has 99 days to collect the souls of 15 legendary historical figures in the form of crystal eyeballs. Did you catch that? Because if you didn't, he will remind you in literally every episode.
I know nothing of this, only the fact that he was just getting eyeballs.
Yeah. So the other 2 major characters from Ghost are Onari, the monk who's in charge of the temple that he is the master of, and at the time of this recording, I forgot the name of the female lead. Give me a moment to remember her name. I know that if we did this review after doing episode 33 of Ghost, I would clearly, Akari is her name. I totally knew that.
I thought it was something else.
Yeah. What's it called? Akari Tsukimura. So so I'm gonna be honest with you. Akari and Onari are the best part of Kamen Rider Ghost because they're back and forth between him being spiritual and her being scientific. That is pretty much the main thing that keeps you invested in the series because nothing else will. Now, I will say this. There's 2 other apprentice monks that take care of the temple And one of them just so happens to be the actor who played the de-age version of Ryotaro Narumi. Not Narumi. Hold on. Ryotaro from Deno. Yeah, because in the summer film, which is canon and takes place between episodes 27 28, the main character meets his younger self.
You're telling me that little boy is this guy?
Yeah, so that little boy who becomes the chibi version of Kamen Rider Deno in the summer film becomes the guy with the glasses working at the temple. And of course, we have Takeru's grandpa, who is a ghost.
Who is also dead.
Yes, he's a character. That's all I'm gonna say about it.
Yeah, I mean, he is a character because I kind of was like, wait, what the heck is going on? But at the same time, I was like, is he dead or is he alive? I don't really. All I know is that.
Oh, not only is he dead, but he also does all kinds of cosplay.
He did that during he's kind of like the alarm system.
Yeah.
Well, like if there's something going on, he's the first to tell them.
Yeah, and if it's not him, it's the hand puppet accompanying him.
That we did not see the hand puppet in this movie. We probably saw him maybe
once.
Three seconds.
Once.
But yeah, so
yeah, they get an alert that a bunch of people are being attacked. So they're thinking, oh yeah, Gunma are attacking because those are the monsters we're fighting this season. But nope, these are completely new villains that we've never seen before.
It's literally a gang war because what we see are the original Shocker grunts.
Yeah, the bearded lizard dude.
The
blue crab dude from the summer vacation two-parter.
Yeah.
And Crabbat?
Apparently Crabbat was still around.
And working for Shocker instead of Geldom.
See, here's the thing. So again, they rebranded. Geldom and Shocker are the same fucking thing. So regardless. So okay. Now we have the old right there. We have the old. Now again, what are they doing? They're just causing trouble. They're looking for something. Mm-hmm. And then out of nowhere, here comes a shot towards them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what the fuck is going on? You're thinking, oh, it might be the Kamen Rider. It might be Ichigo. Nope. It's two randos and a super hot blue walking towards them. And it's like, oh my God, it's a mutiny.
Mm-hmm.
Because why? Apparently, well, Shocker has been going through quite a bit in the past couple of years.
Yeah. Even in the Showa era, you had the Delta Army, which is, well, I'm not gonna go into the Delta Army, but the season following that, you have Neo Shocker going up against Kamen Rider, and like in the first half of the season, he's just called Kamen Rider. Not Ichigo, not Nigo, not Hachigo. It's just Kamen Rider.
But the thing is that apparently, yeah. So we have the young versus the old.
Yeah.
The story as old as time.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have the old suits, the old Shocker uniforms, and these guys have new Shocker grunt uniforms that look a lot more badass than what they're supposed to. And apparently these guys are monsters, and we have one hottie with a rapier on our side, which that's not
we got a Condor dude. Nice callback to O's.
Yeah.
And a hyena dude who's clearly in no way a reference to Colonel Zol because Zol was a wolf.
Yeah. But again, we have this hottie next to them with the rapier, which is a shout out to Mari as to why. Well, we actually found out why. Because even though we don't see a monster form in this one, apparently she is the wasp
woman.
or the bee woman, pretty much.
Yeah.
But yeah, honey, you in the back. I know it's now. I know. Yeah, we'll talk later. It's now. Yeah, it's Hurricane Blue. And again, she's done a lot. She is a VP of Tokusatsu. Not only was she Hurricane Blue, she was also in Forza as one of the teachers and one of the Zodiarts.
She wasn't the Zodiart.
She was part of the group though.
No, see, everyone suspected that she was Pegasus, but she wasn't. Turns out it was one of her students. And let me tell you, watching her fight the heck out of the Pegasus Zodiart is just beautiful. And she's wearing like a formal teacher's 3-piece suit.
Yeah, well, this is the first time she's done such a thing. I mean, I have her whole. I mean, she was Cyborg. She was in a live action of 009. Well, 009.
She played Francois.
She was in 0091.
Oh, 91. That makes more sense.
91.
Yeah, just like how Masato Kusaka was in Cutie Honey.
She was in Shaolin Grandmas.
Mm-hmm. She was also in Mommy Squad.
She was in Samurai Geishas. I remember that movie. That was my first time actually seeing her. Was in Geisha Assassin.
Mm-hmm.
What else was she in? Let's see here. She was also in Cutie Honey.
Ha!
She was also in Cutie Honey. She was in the Garo. She was in a Garo series. What else? She was also in the live action of GTO. Great Teacher Onizuka.
Nice.
Yeah, now is a badass woman that I would not get in the octagon with.
Mm-hmm.
Because not only is she a model, singer, and actress, she's also a stunt woman. This girl is like the Takashi Hongo, the Fujioka of her time for the ladies, because anytime that she has done something live action-wise, it's mainly her.
Yep. She is a legitimate female stunt actor.
She has just the accolades that she has gotten, the notoriety, the awards. Still to this day, she's done the trifecta. She's been in Kamen Rider. She has been in Ultraman. She's done Garo, Cutie Honey, just like a lot of this stuff. Even has like several singles and albums out. Like the woman is a walking badass. So to see her on the screen again at any time, whether it be being Nanami or whomever, I'm like, this is going to be a good time, but also pillow over the lap. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So, So our ghostly riders, they just get washed. Like they get washed.
Well, what are they expecting? Especially what's the kid's name?
Takeru.
Takeru. Again, you don't know what the hell's going on. You're like, I don't know who the bad, but you're like, you just decided to jump in a gang war without realizing what side or whose side you should be on, and you're getting ass handed to you by both because they're like, wait, you're a Kamen Rider. It's like, yeah. And you guys are? Why did you even get in this fight in the first place if you didn't know? But there is a reason why they're there. Now, they're not only gang fighting, they're after somebody.
Yeah,
they
girl.
On a young girl. For some reason, they want this young girl who is named Mayu. Mayu Tachibana.
Dun, dun, dun.
Now again,
Oh, hell no!
So I don't want to really say, but I assume that, wait, you're Tachibana? Like, of the Tachibanas? like Tachibana Sensei, Tobe Tachibana. All right. All right.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like even with the Tokon boost form, Ghost is getting washed. But you know who isn't getting watched? Some old man.
I was about to say my mom. But yeah, apparently.
Who else likes to fight at cyborg Nazis? My mom!
Yeah. You know, it's crazy though. At 70 years old, Fujioka Sensei did not ask for a stunt double.
The irony.
He went in full, just 100% into this battle.
The irony.
I'm like, it's one of those things. I want to know how did the suit actors, when they because a lot of these guys are young. They may not have grown up with this Kamen Rider, but they know of him and how can you just imagine them on set and getting their asses kicked, and at the end of it all, it's like, okay, cut, and then he's like, you guys all right? Like, it's an honor to get my ass kicked by you, sir.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm like, yeah, that to be
no. Like honestly, I wonder what's like to be behind the set of that crossover episode of was it Power Rangers Beast Morphers? Yeah, Power Rangers Beast Morphers. When Jason comes back, it's like what's it like being Austin St. John like almost 30 years later? Well, we don't actually see Austin go like full contact like in any stunt sequences. He just shows up, morphs, cue Sentai footage. But can you imagine if he went full contact 30 years later?
I mean, that's the thing with most actors, is that when they were doing the role, obviously they were working out, but Fujioka was always a martial artist.
Yeah.
So his whole life has been just, training and whatnot.
Oh yeah. No, he legit kept training even after 1972, after 1975, after 1979, after 1989, even after that one cameo in 2000, he kept going.
This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
Is it any craziness that the only man that could ever take on Fujioka would be Chuck Norris?
And Chuck Norris has been training as well. He's at
these two guys. This is what I mean. If these two men fought, I swear to God, they would create the Big Bang all over again.
Yeah, for real. It's not just a screw attack joke. It's a real thing. Like Chuck Norris right now is 85 years old. He's 6 years older than Fujioka. Oh man, and he's still got the moves even today. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
It's like being Master Roshi in the Tournament of Power. It's like, I'm 108 years old and I'll still open a can of whoop ass on you with a rice cooker.
Yeah. But yeah, so we wind up saving the girl and getting her back home. Only to find out we have to figure out why these guys are after her, why they're chasing after her. So we do some detective work. And if you thought that Double was inept of being a detective, Ghost is even worse.
Yeah, see, Double actually finishes his cases.
Yeah, because the thing is that he winds up. I mean, he really doesn't get any information. It isn't until what's the main girl's name?
What's it called? Akari.
It isn't until Akari goes undercover herself and realizes
as a science teacher
that something is going on with this girl, Because apparently
Do not touch me. I
She-
am the blood of royalty.
she's got a case of split personalities, which
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
did she know? When did this happen? How?
Yeah, well, apparently she apologized to Akari for passing out.
She didn't know. It just kind of happened, and because of this, again, Ikari and Mayu get attacked, and this is from the crab monster. And of course, in this altercation,
And by the way, we do find out that both her parents are dead.
oh yes, no, we verified that both her parents are dead. How? We don't know.
She went on a date with Takeru, which, by the way, kind of inappropriate. He's a student teacher. It's like Ted Mosby when he goes to his wife's apartment for the first time because he was dating her roommate,
Well, I mean,
who was a student.
I but the fact of the matter is that we find out that Hongo shows up, and he fights off the crab, the crab, and beats the ever loving hell out of him into a river.
Yep, classic Hongo.
And we find out that he knows her, she knows him. Why?
And he has a fancy new suit too.
Because apparently, can we talk a minute about Ichigo's new rider suit? Talk about bulky as hell.
Yeah.
The thing is just buffed up and padded, and I'm like,
honestly, my bigger issue with it is they don't really explain why or how.
Yeah, he just kind of has it. And it's like, wait, that's not the original rider belt. That's not. Did you upgrade it? Did you? What? Okay, I guess.
See, you know what would have worked a lot better for this if they added a scene, maybe get rid of the karaoke scene, just to save you some time. Have a flashback where maybe Hongo. Like he received an upgraded belt from Tachibana, but said, listen, I built this new belt for you, but it's very dangerous. It slowly, it accelerates your metabolism, and if you use it too many times, you're going to have a severe heart attack, not unlike Goku. How funny how we got a main character who has a heart attack involving cyborgs. But yeah, no, it's grape flavored. And then have another scene where Hongo's original belt got destroyed for whatever reason. So now he has no choice but to use the upgraded belt that Tachibana made for him.
He should, honestly. But
that would explain everything.
But we only have so much time.
Mm-hmm.
But we find out that, Mayu, she literally slapped him.
Mm-hmm.
She's kind of mad at him. It's like, wait, what happened? What? Even though he promised her grandfather that he would look out after her, it's like, so, Hongo, let me guess, you didn't do it, did you? Oh, no, he did. He did. It's just, again, the logic here is that, well, she already grew up, so there's no reason for him to look after her. And I'm just like, the girl lost her grandfather, I'm pretty sure, by natural causes. She lost her parents by an accident, and you're the only family she's got. What? And living by herself and having a part-time job to just survive.
Mm-hmm.
What made you think that she was ready to be left on her own? Oh, yeah. No, that's definitely Hongo. that's definitely Hongo.
I mean, how many times did he ride up into a sunset? While I don't know, someone's dad was turned into a shocker cyborg.
50 some odd episodes, not including Ichimonji. But yeah, so we kind of skipped a little forward, but apparently before that happened, we go to the shrine where everyone's at, and they're all in awe that Takashi Hongo is there meditating.
Mm-hmm.
Only for Grandpa to give the exposit that this is the original Kamen Rider. This is the man that you and everyone else has been based off of. Which he's not lying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but like in story, a little dubious because O's and Kuga are both kind of a thing, but
kind of it's kind of like, yeah, well, again, it's even like the same thing with Sentai. It's like, wait a minute, you're telling me that Go Ranger was the first ever Sentai team, but apparently we have teams that have existed for millennia, centuries before the Go Ranger,
like Go Ranger, Ginga Man,
Hurricaneger, Kaku Ranger, Shinkenger.
Low-key Ninja probably happened around the same time.
Yeah, so I'm like, so technically speaking, the Go Rangers are the first team, but we kind of forgot about everything else that happened back in the feudal era. That they were a thing and existed and blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, to be fair, probably the first generation Shinkengers didn't call themselves the Super Sentai Shinkenger. They just called them the Samurai Sentai Shinkenger.
Well,
we were not affiliated with this group from 1975. Maybe our descendants 18 generations later might be, but we are not.
Who knows? But yeah, it's and again with the Kamen Rider, it's even more so because again, well, yes, some of them are based off of military and whatnot. Others are based off of sci-fi and other dimensions. Look at Gaim, look at Oz and Agito and Kuga and Ryuki, Hiva, Deno. Jesus Christ, which Kamen Rider in the Heisei and Reiwa are not from some other, like, no, seriously. What? Like, mostly every Kamen Rider, like, in Showa was all, like, from Shocker or some military that created them to fight against the evil. Now in Heisei and Reiwa, it's all, like, interdimensional.
Mm-hmm.
It's heavily on the sci-fi more than science reality. But Anyway, so where was I?
But yeah, so basically, it's like the Hongo gives Takara an assignment. It's like you say you fight evil. You say it's because you consider life precious, but why is life precious to you? That's your assignment. I want a 2,000 word essay, font size 12, 1.5 space, Times New Roman, cited in APA format, and you have to cite at least 12 primary sources.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna do that. Also, it kind of like goes back to like, yeah, so Hongo was a college professor, was a teacher at one point, and it kind of makes me scratch my head. I'm like, so why does your life suck right now? I mean, it's by your choice, obviously, but I'm like, weren't you like a super smart, intelligent person? Should you not be like, I don't know, one of a respected profession or something?
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, being a construction worker is a respect.
I'm not dissing it, but I mean, like, seriously, like, what? You're in construction? I mean, I know that you're trying to like lay low and whatnot, but I'm like,
I mean, to be fair, Takuma from Fies and Uchi from Build also become construction workers.
There's nothing wrong with construction. In fact, I dare say that if you work in construction, you are the backbone of America or of any country that you are in. Like that is not a profession that most people would want to do or most people would desire to do, but we need people to do it. And if you know, and if you are good at it, then praise be to you because you make our roads better and you actually create the infrastructure of which we live, and most selfish people take like massive advantage and like don't even appreciate it. So and again, that's going to come up in this movie because
now one thing I wanted to get like quickly throw out there as a quick aside. There was a scene earlier on where we have a bar that low-key looks like Lucky Clover Club, where two of where Shocker soldiers are fighting each other.
I said that when I saw it. I'm like, isn't that Lucky Clover? Isn't that the same bar?
Definitely fits the aesthetic.
Well, no joke. Also, the place where they first found Mayu, that was in the Guy movie. That's where they had the soccer training camp montage.
Yep.
You know, I was like, wait a minute. But yeah, no. So Takashi Hongo comes into school. I don't know why. To give a lecture to kids. Again, don't know why.
Yeah, that like basically conflict is based on ego, and it's not wrong.
No,
to
he's
a
not
certain
wrong,
extent.
but what does this have to do with what it is that they're learning?
Anything, but like basically, he's like trying to appeal to his adopted granddaughter. And it's like, you missed the last 3 years of my life, so you have to make up for it with 3 birthdays. And of course,
that was relatively easy.
Yeah, they go clothes shopping, they go to an amusement park, and yes, in the middle, yes, he's in the construction yard where Mayu is attacked by she's harassed by 2 guys. And I feel like we're a little late on this one, but
Godfather, she's doing the evil voice.
I always know I have got them when they start doing the evil voice.
But no, she's not the main villain. But the main villain's inside of her.
Yeah, we're gonna get there as to how and why. But again, it's like, seeing old man Hongo working in construction. I'm like, again, you're athletic, scientific, and a scholar. So why are you working in construction? My whole guess on that was maybe he's just laying low as always, just because again he lives in the woods in a cabin off the grid.
Yep.
So I would imagine like he just no, we're done, and I mean obviously Shocker's gone, everything's gone, but the name Takashi Hongo still
echoes throughout the galaxy.
Yeah, so obviously, okay.
Yeah, so Nova Shocker, which by the way is kind of weird because Nova means new.
Well, that's what they did, because remember they said to Shocker that they defunct from them. They removed them.
Yeah. Which is also surprising considering the fact that Shocker does not leave survivors. What are you talking about?
That's what I said. I'm like, so wait a minute, you guys broke off from Shocker, and you all are still alive.
Yeah, but what's also weird is that in Skyrider, the main villains are Neo Shocker. So it's like you have 2 different organizations, both called New Shocker.
Well, again, Geldum also is the new Shocker as well, apparently. But
yeah, but they're not literally called New Shocker, though. They're just called Geldum.
The whole thing is that I'm actually surprised. And again, the symbolism is there. we have these 3 representatives of the organization, which have gathered what seems to be like the grunts, the scientists, like basically the underlings of the organization of Shocker, all in one meeting room to announce that, you know, just like Steve Jobs releasing an iPhone, the Fiend.
The Fiend.
That,
and they
like-
created a power outage.
Well, the thing was that they rebrand themselves as Nova Shocker. And of course, what their plan is, and I'm also like, wow. My God, this must be the most diabolical thing that Shocker has ever done. In fact,
You know, aside from trying to spread mold everywhere, but yes.
yeah. The thing is that they tried this back in the original series with the manta ray, and dumbass didn't even do that. He was too busy fighting the Kamen Rider to, you know. Again, it's like, we're gonna take all of Japan's power. That's horrible. We're gonna hold it for ransom. That's horrible. But we're also going to negotiate with our political leaders so they will feel like they're in control. But in actuality, we're going to take over. We're not focusing on world domination. We're focusing on taking over the economy, because we want to have the power to control the water, the electricity, all that stuff. So technically world domination, but in an evil CEO type of way.
Yep.
Where is Luigi when you need him?
In the Mushroom Kingdom, clearly.
But yeah, so, and they actually do it. They actually do it. I'm like, wow, it took
You
us.
know what's part of the reason why they pulled it off? Because they were not monologuing it to Takashi.
It took them 45 years, but they finally did it. They held Japan ransom. Even to the point that, you know, they even called the prime minister to hold a meeting and say, hey, you know,
we have this alternative energy you could totally use in order to, like, stall this energy crisis you just got yourself into. And of course, he signs off on it, only to later be like, wait, hey, this energy is unstable. It destroyed all our power grids. Look.
Did it?
For you, new energy. We never said it was compatible with your technology.
Because, again, remember, there was that scene where he said, pump up the juice. Everything was working fine. But it's kind of crazy. I wonder, who knows, because I don't live in a metro area. If a power outage happens with us, we kind of just like, damn it. You know? In terms of being in a city, more so, but again, it was all of Japan. It was all of Japan. I don't know how that would be an entire nation just losing power. But
I think that kind of happened in The Dark Knight Returns, and the consequence of that, ironically, is Gotham becomes the safest city in the United States.
The whole thing goes is that, well, yeah. Nova Shocker is pretty much just trying to take over everything. They want to be the government. They want to be like Big Brother, pretty much. Still world domination, but more of a corporate level. Which, fuck you, Nova! Not you now. Not you. Well, no, still you. Still you. Call me. But, yeah. The assholes overjuice the turbines and the transformers. Not those transformers. In Japan, that's known as Takara. They literally blow up everything. I have never seen that ever. Just like trains, power grids, air conditioning units, like computers, everything got juiced. Fires were all over the place. Like children's kindergartens were on fire. Explosions all over the place. It was sheer madness. Only for the prime minister to get mad at them. And it's like, yeah, no, I know they're saying to you that your technology, you go, well, you have to buy it from us now. You have to upgrade from. But I'm like, bro, you really got to know that they're the ones that did it.
How do you not figure that out?
I'm like, come on. I know that the prime minister is not the smartest or the sharpest knife in the drawer. We've seen the Japanese media hammer that in many a times. Same thing with our politicians, but yeah. What?
Yeah, meanwhile, during the power outage, two things happened. One, Ambassador Hell is revived thanks to the efforts of Bearded Lizard Man, because that's how he's been.
Ambassador Hell is alive.
Mhm.
He's here.
Yep.
How? We don't know.
I mean, he did fake his own execution, but still. And also, we get an Avengers Age of Ultron moment where Takaru and friends find Takashi like in the woods, split logs, and it's like, and then like when his adopted granddaughter shows up, it's like these people, are you gonna fight again? It's like, oh no, sweetie, you don't understand. They're here to help us with chores. Yeah.
That's why they're there.
Yeah. So Takaru, the weakling, has to split an axe. I'm surprised he doesn't just simply use Benkei, but okay, splitting wood. Onari has to like carry 2 pails of water, which, if I'm being completely honest, how are you struggling with this? Because like, aren't you already doing this at your temple like on a regular basis?
Not at an incline, he's not.
Yeah. And then Akari has to start a fire, which you'd think as a scientist would be not too difficult for her.
Yeah, Akari, you got glasses on. Couldn't you use the sunlight and the lenses to make a...
Yeah, just take a cue from Sunny D and harness the power of the sun.
Yeah,
purple stuff.
Yeah, apparently so, yeah. Again, queuing back to Ambassador Hell, who was played by Ren Osa. By Ren, he was, again, like I said, the Prime Minister in Shin Godzilla, if you know that movie.
Yeah.
Again, why did he come back? How did he come back? Apparently, some mysterious figure gave him an icon in the afterlife as he's burning in hell and told him to take it and give it life. If he did this, he would come back to life. And what that was is an icon. And for some reason, somehow, he planted it inside Mayu Tachibana's body. That's why these guys are after her. Now, I understand why Old Shocker is after her. Well, why is Nova Shocker after her? That really, I mean, that really doesn't, it doesn't really explain it, because, she has an icon.
Mm-hmm.
And
they know about it.
Yeah, how did they figure that out? And it's also like, well, apparently there is a mole in the ranks.
Yep.
Tis a story as old as time.
I'll give you 3 guesses as to who that is.
And it ain't Ambassador Hell this time. The fact of the matter is...
By the way, great callback to that one episode.
Yeah. The fact of the matter is that both of these, while doing their own... Well, Shocker ain't doing shit, as always. They're just kind of like waiting on the main plan to happen. Nova is actually taking Japan by the nuts and forcing them to, like, do as everything they say. But apparently the icon that is inside Mayu Tachibana is an icon based off of
Alexander the Great.
And if you know anything about history,
He liked horses.
he wasn't that great of a guy either.
Yes. But yeah, so now we finally understand.
My God, Varon, she's doing the evil voice.
I always know I have got them when they start doing the evil voice.
What?
Yes. Once again, I had no evidence. It has been a hell of a week, to be honest with you. But once they have done the evil voice, you know it is the murderer.
Yep.
Yep.
And appropriately so, because Ambassador Hell tries to make a grab for Alexander the Great, but then Hyena Dude steals it from him. But then it basically possesses his body when he puts on Alexander the Great's hoodie.
Again, another throwback to a past general. This hyena looks like the leader of a marching band that my father took me to go see at the city one day.
Yeah. Well, I have a question. Did he tell you to lead them the broken and the beating?
Always have been. The fact of the matter is that we have the hyena Black Shogun.
Yeah.
Ironic that because of Alexander the Great, I guess, and also that's kind of what Black Shogun's inspiration was. Technically, I don't really see it, especially when they got the marching band.
Honestly, General Black looks more like a French.
Yeah, he looks like more like
Napoleon.
Yeah, like that era. But again, apparently based off of the Roman Empire or the proceedings of the Roman Empire. Yeah, okay.
Well, Alexander was a Macedonian, so that's not even Roman, hardly even Greek. But yeah, it's but it's Japan, of course. They're not gonna know cultures. Talking about current politics, Japan is good at it. Talking about ancient civilizations, not so great.
But yeah, so we have. Oh, forgot to mention.
Yeah,
so
Mr. got murked.
So Hongo is not doing so great. Apparently, the years have really affected him.
Yep.
He's dying.
Yep. Did you take your medicine? But it's grape flavored.
I kind of understand, but at the same time, I'm like, again, you were made with technology in the 70s, so.
Again, I still say, they should have had a flashback where there's an explanation that this belt is draining his life force, but the reason why he wears it is because something happened to his original belt. That would have worked out so well. But yeah, Takashi wa shinderu desu.
Honestly, it kind of gives a bit more gravity to the situation because we didn't notice that Hongo was, we could just say it's old age, but it's he was really feeling it, even fighting the grunts.
Yeah.
It's well, isn't he a cyborg? Yeah, but again.
Yeah, but you're not an android. You have fleshy parts too. And the fleshy parts, they go through dystrophy like everyone else.
You're still intact. You're still a person. So obviously, so some things are gonna give. And again, just like a car, you can buy it brand new. Doesn't mean it's gonna last forever, especially today's models. Just throwing that out there. So what happens is Ambassador Hell goes to his house, raids the place, and then kidnaps Mayu. Does the whole shtick, but in the process, Hongo gets quote unquote killed.
Mm-hmm.
He dies.
There's a certain irony. Ambassador Hell wanted so badly to come back to have one final battle with Hongo, only for Hongo to fail to reciprocate by dying of a heart attack.
Yeah.
Of all things.
Yeah. So kind of, wouldn't that mean that your whole reason for existing, Ambassador Hell, has gone out the window?
Mhm.
You should be fading into dust right now, or in this case, foam. But I digress. We have a whole montage of kind of like the ending of Star Wars at the Battle of Endor, where they take Hongo's body and set it ablaze.
Yep.
Only for the damn sock puppet to ruin the moment.
Yeah.
Because it's like, yeah, so guys, the Alexander the Great icon has been taken and they're gonna do some bad stuff. We gotta get going. Thank you, random sock puppet.
Yep.
And so obviously we gotta go. And it's like, well, you guys gotta we'll take care of things here. For Mayu to do what most people do at a funeral, and she has the right to cuss him out, to yell at him, to have her moments. And I'm like, you know what? Some people might say that's inappropriate, but I say there's no other better moment to get it all off your chest.
It's part of the anger phase of grief.
You know, she really
you go through denial, anger, bargaining, sadness, and then acceptance. And not in that order. And sometimes there's looping involved.
And what wound up happening is apparently her yelling and nagging at him was enough to break the pillar of fire that, like a phoenix, I don't know how that happened.
I don't know why a phoenix either.
He comes back.
Fully transformed.
And feeling as young as always. Mm-hmm. Like,
yeah. Somehow, even though the flames are eating the oxygen around him, somehow the wind currents created by the flame activated his belt.
Yeah, for some reason. If those who don't know or did not pay attention in science class, a fire that big, fire does take oxygen. You can't just not, create fire without oxygen. How a gust was able to penetrate through those flames into activating the belt? Oh.
Yeah.
Either way.
And look at that slow motion walk. So epic, so cinematic. You have to watch it at Cinemax. No, sorry, at Cinemark. If Cinemark actually did a Fathom event of this movie, which they should next year for its 10th anniversary. Oh shoot! I just realized Sets will be on TV at the same time as the 55th anniversary of the series. It's crazy, man.
Well, I mean, they might do a Kamen Rider Fathom just because of that. They've done. I mean, God, Ghibli keeps doing it every freaking year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's perfectly timed because Ghost and Spectre are trying to fight Nova Shocker, but then Hyena guy gets possessed by Alexander himself, and he just murks his teammates.
Yeah, he kills honey. You in the back. I know. Stay with me now. He kills now. Like cold blood. He kills our baby. Not that she hasn't died in other projects a far worse. But I'm like, really? You had to kill now? You couldn't have killed this Condor guy? No, we had to kill the hottie.
No.
The Fiend. But then again, Alexander the Great was, again, not a great guy when it came to women. Historically, don't look it up. It's pretty bad.
He was more of a horse guy.
He was more of a horse guy, but he was a real horse's ass.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah. And then, obviously, the whole battle commences, and, of course, Ghost and Spectre are just getting owned, every which way.
Yeah, and then they get rescued by Surprise!
They got rescued by Ichigo. Riding a
No,
motorcycle.
not even Ichigo. They get rescued by Ambassador Hell.
What the hell was that?
And to keep true in form with Ambassador Hell, he actually took his Cobra mantle. He appeared as a Kaijin, not the human form.
I honestly like the change they made for him here, where like instead of just looking like his original rattlesnake form, he's wearing the rattlesnake head underneath his ambassador helmet.
That made a lot
See
more
what I did there?
the hell they did originally, though.
Yeah. It was a nice change in design. I'm not gonna lie, I do like the design change there, but you got Takashi like going into a garage, and then he like pops open a motorcycle.
What
Neo Cyclone.
That was not. I said to myself, "There's no way. That is not the original place." But no, it's just some garage.
No.
And I was like, and again, we see when you stop and pause when he gets in the garage, and you see so many nods to the past series.
Yep.
They got the badge for the kids core there.
Mm-hmm.
They have a jacket that says Taki on it.
Mm-hmm.
There's a rapier there.
Presumably a playing card somewhere.
There's a deck of cards, and he comes across a photo of him and Tachibana from the first episode. You even get to see again, I think you even get to see the insignia of the Kamen Rider on it. Everything that you remember from the original show is in this garage.
You know what would have made this scene better? Like nitpick, but what would have made this scene a better is if you had hyperimposed flashes of all the past members of the Tachibana club, even before the race club even was founded. Get everyone, but back in the original 1971 series, just show everyone all over again one last time the way they were in the original run. Show us Tachibana, Ruriko, Taki, Mari, Michi, Yuri, Goro, Ichimonji, Emi, Mika, Toko, Choco, Yoko, the two kids who founded the Kamen Rider Club. Everyone. Bring everyone back.
Yeah, no, they seriously, there should have been a photo or something. Hell, why didn't we bring back one of the kids now that they're adults?
Yeah. I mean, that happened in an earlier movie.
I mean, no joke. That would have been cool. If obviously the motor club doesn't exist anymore, but someone still had Cyclone in a garage somewhere. We've been waiting for you.
Yeah. Oh, you know what else he could have done? He could have tried to pull a Shikamaru from Naruto, where he finishes off an opponent by throwing a lighter at him, but the lighter he throws at him is an official Tachibana Race Club lighter.
Yeah.
And then you see a refocus where in the distance, you could see Tachibana's old pipe on the floor somewhere. That would have been so cool.
If they had something, but the only thing that we got was a leather jacket and a photo, along with the motorcycle.
Yeah.
So,
and by the way, fun fact: according to a certain source from Toei, Fujioka-san still rides his motorcycle.
I don't know why he would stop.
No reason for him to stop.
It's kind of crazy that they
80 and 79 is just a number.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy though that even though when he shows up towards the end of this movie, we never get to hear the Kamen Rider theme song or an instrumental of it. It's just he just shows up.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, this could have been right there. This should have been the moment.
This would have been an earned instance. Like even like when it came to the 2017 Power Rangers movie, like everyone was like mentally preparing. Oh no, they're gonna play the Power Rangers theme song. They're gonna play nonstop. No, they only play it once.
That's all we needed.
And only in the one instance where it was the most appropriate to play.
Yeah. That the moment that he rode in going against Nova Shocker, that's where they should have played it. But
yeah.
That was
Shoka Jigoku no Kundan Warera Nerao Kuro Ikage Sekai no Heiwa wo Mamoru Tame Go, let's go. I just faded out there.
Yeah, no, they even though we've been plagued to death with that song, like, but yeah, commence the final battle because even Ambassador Hell shows up and teams up with these 3 Kamen Riders to take on Hyena Alexander the Great, which sounds.
When you say that out loud, it sounds like it's a Kamen Rider X movie.
Yeah, no, I'm waiting for X to show up.
But
yeah.
Heck, you have a condor right here. Just use the Genghis Khan icon.
I personally, I can't really say too much about the fight because it is just a generic fight.
Yeah, like the main highlight is like you do have Ghost Inspector use the Neo Heisei icons they got in a previous net movie series.
You see Oz, Wizard, Gaim, Double,
and Forze.
And Forze.
Yeah, and Drive.
And Drive. So you get to see all of them and for quite quickly. But at the same time, it's like, so what? For the final battle, it's just, again, base form, rider kick. And of course, I'm like, well, duh, because the Kamen Rider's here. He doesn't have any gimmicks. He doesn't have any special attacks other than just the rider kick.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a triple rider kick to Hyena Alexander the Great.
Yeah. And by the way, I love that there is that exchange between what's his name? Ambassador Hell and Takashi's like, I'm fighting with you because even though I hate you and I want to take over the world, I can't do it with Nova Shocker in the way. So just this once, we're working together. But once this is over, we're having our final battle. So it is cool seeing Ambassador Hell fight all these Nova Shocker troops.
He actually did put up one hell of a fight. He really did. He kicked so much ass, and I was actually surprised. I'm like, you know what? We're really giving Ambassador Hell like an actual chance here to redeem himself because even though his final battle with the Kamen Rider was like lackluster, it's like, well, he actually was a pretty good fighter.
Yeah,
he actually was a threat. This was why he was a general.
And one of my favorite stunt sequences in this movie is where Alexander runs up the wall of a building, and then Takashi catches up by like leaping off the floor and then ricocheting off a pillar and then reaching the rooftop with him. Like that was a really cool little stunt sequence.
Cool. I did feel something when Ambassador Hell got stabbed.
Yeah,
like literally got impaled and whatnot. I'm like, he can't die now. He can't.
Yeah,
no, he didn't. But still.
Yeah,
it was really just like one of them. Like, I can't believe I'm giving a shit about Ambassador Hell right now.
For once,
I really can't believe it. But yeah, there we are. Here we go, and
and all the while, little Takeru's like, I feel connected to Hongo-san. I can feel it. It's like, bro, not the time. I know that this is your storyline in this movie, but this ain't your movie.
No,
You're in it. But
it's
this
an
ain't
Ichigo
your movie.
Sorry, it's an Ichigo movie. Ghost is pretty much the guest star here because again, the icon was the gimmick that made it all happen. Who was this mysterious figure that gave Ambassador Hell the icon? I don't know. We probably won't find out until we reveal Ghost.
Maybe it's Great Leader from Beyond the Dead.
It did have a hood. It was a hooded figure, so it could have been Great Leader, but who knows? But yeah, we wind up. I'm sorry. The distinctive battle between Ambassador Hell and the Kamen Rider never happened. Because I'm guessing just again, Ambassador Hell is dying because he takes the icon and destroys it.
Yep.
Saying that he doesn't need it and doesn't want it.
Because what is the point of ultimate power if you have no self-control in it?
And in doing so, it kind of ends his life because technically the icon was the thing that kept him alive.
Yeah, and I appreciate how Takashi just walks off. He just walks off. He just walks off. It's like, and Ambassador Hell's like, wait, Hongo, fight me one last time, please. I need to fight you. It's like, I hope you live a peaceful life.
That's if he even lives, because again, it kind of seems like he was dying. Although I forgot to mention this when we got to the garage, we actually, and it has been stated, when Hongo puts on his leather jacket, that famous leather jacket that he wore towards the end of the series, we actually get to see his scar from.
Yeah, I love the scars.
The scar that was from that infamous accident that caused him to be away from the show. I'm like, man, that's a gnarly one. That is definitely, but that was the scar that changed everything.
Yeah.
But afterwards, we get some closure with Miyu and everyone else. Miyu kind of is like, I want him to stick around, but I understand that he has to go. I don't really get why he has to go, Miyu. Really don't get it. Because there's really no reason for him to leave. But I guess we can't have that trope of a Kamen Rider riding off into the sunset.
Yeah.
But yeah. That's it. Cue the Kamen Rider intro music.
Yeah, Semaru Shoka Jigoku no Gundan Warada Nera Kuro Ikage Sekai no Heiwa o Mamoru Tame. And like it and one of my most favorite things about it is it's not even like the theme song, but like the official outro music to the movie specifically. Because at that point they start playing like behind the scenes clips of like them making the movie. And it's just so good. Like, I love watching the behind the scenes. Like if you've ever seen the movie Fall Guy, which is a remake of the TV show Fall Guy. By the way, that movie was screen adapted by the original actor from the TV show.
Mm.
And one of my most favorite things about the movie is in the end credits, they actually show the behind the scenes making of the stunt sequences. Like, and I've made this no secret. Whether I talk to actual stunties in conventions, in interviews, or even on the show. Like, one of the things that gave me the most passion when I came to the US is the appreciation for stunt choreography. Like, watching the VR troopers use those martial arts and practical effects. Watching Keanu Reeves jump off that car into that bus, seeing the bus jump off that gap, which, by the way, is the most iconic scene in the entire film. Let's be honest. It's like that lit a fire in me, and like whenever I see the stunt work of a movie, it brings me to tears in enjoyment of, like, it's like I don't know if you've ever watched The Masked Magician. Like, yeah, Masked Magician. You know, when he revealed himself to be, spoiler alert, Val Valentino. Like, you know, it's like, you know, like he made a really great point. It's like by showing you the secrets of the tricks, you are made to be in on the act. It's like, did me revealing these secrets make you like the tricks any less? For me, no, because even though like I already knew that, you know, like magic that you see on stage isn't real magic, but like when you see the work that went into making the illusion, that's beautiful. That's beautiful to me. And a movie is no different. You put so much work into making this. And to me, that is beautiful. And that's why, like, I bloody love the end credit sequence. You know, we had the sappy music, and you see like Fujioka do some of the stunt work, and he's talking to like other cast members about like how to do certain sequences. Like, it's a real like love story to the franchise, which I cannot freaking Ghost is pretty much redundant in this movie, but like as a Kamen Rider movie as a whole, it's like it understood the assignment. It was a true love letter. And of course, the movie ends with Takashi Hongo in his full rider suit, riding off towards the camera one last time with the omniscient monologue saying, "Riders will always be by your side. They'll be with you no matter what. Live, live, live to the end. Riders will be there for you." And that, I swear, almost made me cry.
It is literally the end of Takashi Hongo.
Yeah.
As Fujioka, as well, maybe not, maybe like as a screen presence, but him as an actor, stunt actor, whatever it may be. This was it, because obviously 70 years old. While he still is very active and very spry, even he knows it's like it's time to take it easy.
Mm-hmm.
So, as far as I know, this was the last time that we see Takashi Hongo in action, like literally in action. You know, we may see him in a cameo or as a mentor, but in actually seeing him fighting and taking down grunts and monsters, this was where it ended.
Yeah. And yeah, we know that Fujioka will continue to like support future series like from behind the scenes, even if he's not doing it as Hongo himself. I mean, heck, he had a cameo in Project G4, and to quote Robot Chicken, and not as Kirk.
Yeah, he continues on to this day, and still, even now, still to this day, people, even though he has been multiple personalities and brought. You know, he was Sagatas. He's also the UFO rider for Kamen. You know, like seriously.
Yeah. And right now he's playing Oda Nobuhide in What Would Ieyasu Do?
Yeah, Proto Gov is what I can say that one is. It's Proto Gov.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Mm-hmm. The man, the myth, the legend that is Maharu Fujioka.
Yep.
So
what score would you give this movie?
Are we just saying it for just personally? Well, first off, again, I think the question is, why was Ghost necessary? Other than just the MacGuffin that we needed?
Not kidding. Actually, did they ever make an Alexander icon as a toy?
A lot of people rag on Ghost. again, I don't know Ghost. I have not seen Ghost. So that is up for me to decide. I know that I was on board with Gaim and everything like that. You know, I was trying so, and I did. I tried so hard to like nitpick and rag on Gaim because I was like, I don't want to be one of those. But after nitpicking and everything, I realized that no, it actually is good. It's not the hype. It's not. And that's kind of the thing with Ghost. When we get there, I know a lot of people, they love ragging on it, saying it's horrible, it's bad. But we'll get there when we get there. And in terms of the film, it really is a love letter to Ichigo. As to why it had to have been Ghost that was the catalyst to promote this movie, I don't know. I don't know. Doesn't really make much sense. But as the movie is, it's a love letter to Kamen Rider, to Hiroshi Fujioka. You know, again, people who make these shows, who know they grew up watching him. So they took, I mean, the way that this was going about, they took a lot of respect making this film. Because most of the time when they have crossovers, it's not really paid much attention, but because it's Takashi, maybe. And they knew, no, we gotta give this, we have to put, like, we have to just do this love. And that's what shows here, especially towards the end. The end credits, the theme song towards the end, it's like, yeah. And again, it's like, oh, but it literally is a Kamen Rider if Ichigo was in 2016. So, not a dark retelling, I would give this movie, it's an 8.
Yeah.
It's an 8 because it was really a love letter towards Takashi Hongo, to Fujioka, to what was established. And 45 years later, look, we still remember the Tachibana Motor Club. We still remember the Kamen Rider Kids Corps, the homages to Mari, to Michi, to Choco, Yoko, and everyone else. It was all there. You didn't need to do that. You didn't need to do it, but you did it because it's like, no, we love this show.
It's the 45th anniversary. Like, of course we're gonna do it.
Of course we got to do it. We're not half-assing this. And so obviously, you know, man, 79 years old.
Yep, and still kicking. No
70,
pun intended.
70 when he did this, and he still looks the same. Thank you, Fujioka Sensei. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And this was honestly the proper way to send him off.
Yeah.
Because if he had done this with Ghost, it doesn't make sense as a Ghost movie. This makes sense more as a Ichigo movie because that's what it's called and that's what it is.
See, like what would have worked for this movie is instead of having Spectre there, which of course, like Spectre is, but like you don't have Necrom there either. So it's like, so you could have just had Ghost by himself, but add some other earlier new writers, like maybe bring Kota back, like completely nerve, but it's like I met Hongo before. He's he's a great person, or like, you know, bring like members of like all the past 6 seasons, or heck, maybe bring back a character from Kuga, you know, just to like pay homage that, yeah, this is a generational thing, you know.
Yeah, no, but
yeah, that way it won't. That way, you know, when Ghost is in this movie, he doesn't stick out like a sore thumb when the movie is clearly about Hongo-san. Just some thoughts.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I give this one. Honestly, this is probably the highest rating. You know what? I'll give it a 9.
Yeah,
Why not?
same. 9.
I'll give it a 9 because why? Because this is probably the highest rating that we'll give Ichigo. Ichigo, again, a lot of people kind of came at me and were just like, "Why did you guys?" I was gonna give it a 5. Like again, the whole thing about Ichigo is like, yes, it's the first, but
that's the issue. It's the first.
You guys try to watch this. A lot of you guys quit on us.
Yeah.
And
guys.
Now, looking at the numbers right now, we got quite a viewership because they're like, oh my God, they're gonna do the wheel. They're gonna do the wheel. Yeah,
We're gonna do the wheel. Yeah, exactly. Yes. And we'll get to it. We'll get to it.
With the Hurricane Blue poster. I know. We're getting there.
You're getting there. But yeah, no, for real though, it is a difficult season. I remember like just last week, I was having this conversation with some guy about Power Rangers. I think I was wearing my Super Sentai shirt or a Morphicon shirt. I can't remember. Circumstances, but I told him, it's like Mighty Morphin's not even my top 10 favorite seasons, and they were like so dumped. I was like, how is Mighty Morphin not your top 10 favorite seasons?
Yeah,
and like just to make it challenging, I'm counting all 3 seasons of Mighty Morphin and Alien into this, and I'm sticking just to the first 17 seasons of Power Rangers when I pick my top 10 list. And I start with some easy ones, like, like RPM, In Space, Time Force, like those are the big 3, like obviously my most favorite is Jungle Fury, but those are the big 3. And then when I get to like some of the other seasons, like it's like like a Dino Thunder, he's like, wait, what? No, and like explain why it's good. It's like Wild Force. What? No, look. Listen to me here. Hear me cook. I got the sauce. A Lost Galaxy, Lightspeed Rescue, Zeo. Yes, like TLDR are probably the 3 seasons I did not name. Well, 3 of the 4 seasons I did not name were Turbo, Operation Overdrive, and Mystic Force. I know some of y'all like Mystic Force. There are some merits to it, but it's just not in my top 10 list. Is it better than Mighty Morphin? Is it worse than Mighty Morphin? I'm not going to go into that. But the point is, it's not in my top 10 list, and neither is Mighty Morphin. Any of the 3 seasons. But I recognize Mighty Morphin has cultural significance. I get that. But I wouldn't say it's the best season. And same thing with Kamen Rider. 98 episodes of mostly episodic stuff.
This is the highest I'm going to give it, and that's giving it something that would round up to me saying that it was a 7. So yeah, roughly. I said Kamen Rider Ichigo lands as a 7 in general. Me giving it a 9, that again, when you're dealing with a 5 or a 6, that's as high as it's going to get. Because again, this was an homage, a love letter to Hongo, to the original series, and they put love into it. So obviously, yeah. And again, if you want to watch the full Ichigo, by all means.
Go ahead. Yeah. So that individual challenged themselves to watch all of Power Rangers, starting with Mighty Morphin. I'm like, good luck. Mighty Morphin, all 3.5 seasons of it.
Good luck.
Is 155 episodes. Season 1 alone is 60 episodes. Season 2 is 52 episodes. Season 3 is 33 plus 10 for a total of 43.
Yeah.
And if you just want to hear me keep going, okay, fine. 50, 45, 43, 45, 40, 40, 40, 38, 38, 38, 32, 32, 32.
Anyway.
Oh wait, I missed Mystic Force. I could never remember if Mystic Force had 38 or 32 episodes, but it's one of those two numbers. Okay. Anywho, so if you enjoyed, come back if you're watching this on. Wait, hold on. We forgot to do the comments. Hold on, we jumped ahead a little bit. Okay, we are finally at the end. Yes, we are. And I've been saving this video clip for the very end.
I was not in control of that situation at all.
Yeah,
It was more with Gaim with the beast in it.
yeah,
This was not bad. It's just that it went on longer than it should have.
yeah. Gaim had a pacing issue. Actually, no. Gaim and Ichigo both had two different kinds of pacing issues, not unlike Naruto and One Piece. Ichigo has the One Piece kind of pacing issue, while Gaim has the Naruto kind of pacing issue.
Yeah, that's debatable.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. all that stunting, random specials. Actually, no. More accurately, Gaim had the Bleach kind of pacing issues. Random beach episode. Bam.
This is why
Random Arabian Nights episode. Bam. Random vampire episode. Bam.
This is what
I'm a guy. I had no problems with that. That was a great arc.
I'm not saying that was bad, but I'm like, this is why I majority read a lot of it, because my God. So yeah, next comment.
Yeah. I never expected Ambassador Hell to make a baby face turn in this film. And yet, here he is.
Here.
Yeah. All right. High key, the ending of this film felt similar to the new Superman movie. Well, of course.
I've still not seen it.
Well, basically, Superman makes a speech about being human. That's all I'm going to say about it. Which is ironic because just a few days before me or my source from Toei watched the Superman movie, I literally explained why Takashi Hongo is such a great superhero, and it's because he is human. He's a cyborg, but he is human. Being human is what makes him strong, and they drive that point across in this film.
No, yeah, we didn't. I mean, in the beginning of Kamen Rider, it was to gain his humanity, but as we said in the past review,
He never lost it.
And
Yeah.
again, and again, the production of this show, the making of this show, the creation of this show, originally they wanted to scrap that idea, which I don't know if you could say that they did or didn't. With later on as the show continued, because a lot changed the moment that Ichimonji came on and then Hongo came back. So, it depends. There were two videos that I found on YouTube that again throughout this review gave great help in me understanding the Kamen Rider, which was, I have them right here on my list.
Yeah.
One was from Shin Glassman called Shin Kamen Rider, the TV show we know. And one is from Mercury Falcon, The Birth of the Kamen Rider, which that was the one that actually talked a lot about the behind the scenes of what happened and how the show originally, from what it was supposed to be called, I think it was called Kamen Rider, the Grasshopper King or something like that, but only, they narrowed it down. I recommend that video, The Birth of the Kamen Rider by Mercury Falcon. It'll be, I'll see if I'll put a link in this video, but this guy literally got books that were biographies from people who worked on the show.
Oh, that's cool.
And the behind the scenes that I learned from this, I was like, wow, really? I mean, I understood that Kamen Rider was based off of Golden Mask, which was a skull-based hero.
Man. Yeah.
Skull Man. And, they want to, but just the behind the scenes of what happened, like that caused the series to go on and the cultural impact. Again, I'll see if I'll put it in the link in the comments down below. But if you want to, The Birth of the Kamen Rider, look that up. It's a really good one.
Alrighty.
And the understanding of Shin Kamen Rider from Hideki Anno. Everyone, this show is important. It's impactful. But to say like we got to rake it as number one, it's a 10 through and through. I'd be lying to you if I said I rake it that high.
Yeah, same with Mighty Morphin. Heck, even Go Ranger probably had its own fair share of problems that would keep it from being.
Ultraman had its fair share of problems, for crying out.
Yeah, Ultra Q was its first season, and according to a resident Ultra expert, he wasn't particularly fond of it.
And even so, Godzilla had its own. I mean, obviously the first one, but then it wasn't until he got a crossover with a certain hairy monkey that's when we got the Godzilla that we know today. Talk what you will about the MonsterVerse from Legendary Films, but if it wasn't for that film, we wouldn't have had Godzilla as we had him in the Showa and Heisei eras.
Yep.
So you could say, the first greatest of all time, be the Muhammad Ali. I am the greatest. Well, yeah, you're right, but not like you don't got your flaws. So obviously, Ichigo, I love you, man. But yeah,
as good as Shrek is, Shrek 2 was better. As good as New Hope was, Empire Strikes Back was better.
Yeah.
As good as Star Trek was, Wrath of Khan was better.
Yeah, we don't talk about the other movies before that or after that.
Literally the one movie before that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I'm impressed you summarized all that in such a short amount of time. Oh, thank you. Like, I remember one time on our SoundCloud podcast, Leo and I were doing all 5 Transformers movies, because back then there were only 5 Transformers movies. And he challenged me to summarize the entire plot of Transformers 4, which, by the way, is the longest of all 5 films, in less than 20 minutes.
No. Transformers 4.
Yeah. Oh. And, the funny thing is, not only did I get in 13 and a half minutes, but I even spent 5 minutes of those 13 minutes ranting about one scene. One scene.
Yeah, no.
So,
that
makes it kind of more impressive. Okay, last comment of the night. I'm so excited for the wheel. Yes.
Give them the wheel.
Give them the wheel. Okay. So, for those of you who are watching this on the Kamen Rider Ghost playlist, we hope to see you again next week when we discuss episode 34 onward of Kamen Rider Ghost. But if you're watching this during its original run as part of the Kamen Rider Ichigo playlist, then you know what this means. This is the Wheel of Destiny, where we decide which season we do next. So let's look at what we have so far. Okay.
Oh, God. So how many Showa Riders? We've gone through X. We did Ichigo.
Yep. So in order to unlock a stronger, we have to do V3 and Amazon. V3, Amazon, Super 1, and Black are all up for grabs. Now we have to go through stronger to get Sky Rider, and of course we have to get both Sky Rider and Super 1 to get Z Cross, and we need Z Cross and Black to get Black RX. Now the Heisei era is a little bit easier than that, because we just have to go through all the first 9 seasons to unlock Decade. and we have to go through all the first 19 seasons in order to unlock GO. And so far, we have Ichigo, X, Fies, Kiva, Gaim, and Build. So we still have a bit of a way to go. We got 7 more for the first 10 Heisei. We got 7 more for the next 10 Heisei. And yeah, we're halfway through the first half of Showa. But good news is Amazon is the shortest season of the entire franchise. So, not gonna lie though, given the fact that during this movie we talked quite a bit about Ghost, it would be ironic if we land on Ghost. Hope we don't, but we'll let the wheel decide. So, are you guys ready for the wheel?
Oh man.
You guys ready? You really ready? You ready for this? Okay, here we go. We're gonna click spin. We have 18 available seasons to pick from. I'm so excited. I'm scared to even click on it, but we have to do it. Here we go. We're spinning. Wheel of Morality, turn. What's the season that we should learn? Oh, it's O's.
What?
Oh, look at that. We got O's.
Oh my god.
So, are you happy or sad that we got O's next?
I am I really don't know what to say, honestly. Oh boy. All right, before Warner Brothers gets us. Like I said, it was my first Kamen Rider, so I do have a birth plushie.
The very first rider I ever cosplayed was Eiji Hino. I wonder if I have a photo of it over here, because that'd be great. But yeah, our next season is O's. I can't believe it. And yes, O's is also probably the only season where I cosplay both the main and secondary rider.
Look, I have the Onk hand.
Wow, that's dope. Okay.
I have Onk.
Onk.
I even have Birth with the different visors.
Ooh.
I have the collectors, like the black version like of this one for old.
Yeah.
I even have an original O's. I am trying to get my hands on the SIG figures.
Mm-hmm.
My first major purchase when I was in Japan was when we went to Akihabara, and there's an 8-floor department store, and one floor was dedicated to Kamen Riders.
Wow, that's cool.
I asked the young lady if they had any O's, and she did. I have the birthday metal cores.
Nice.
In the box. I bought my first SIG figure, which was the Shouta combo.
Mm-hmm.
Because Shouta combo was my favorite. Obviously, Shout, so cool, and just obviously.
Shouta was also my first combo. No, actually, my first combo was Puto Tira.
Out of all of the, I love Shouta, I love Putatira. So Gojo, especially Gojo, and just the banging,
Gorzo. Gorzo.
even the Leo Chacharo,
Yeah.
he just all of them, the God, I have the regular Henshin belt and I have the freaking the CSM belt.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no, and I am actually planning on getting Onk's medal tattooed on my wrist.
That's really cool.
I that show again was Gokaiger, and then I was like, well, what's this show? I'm gonna check that out.
Mhm.
So obviously I'm like, yeah, whenever you hear what the whole thing, like the theme song was a banger, everything was a banger. I mean, the whole happy birthday, the greed, the yamis, the story. I was hoping, let us go back to Heisei.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could do a Showa right now because Ichigo just drained. That's 2 Showa shows we did.
Yeah.
That's we've done 3 Showas in a row. We did X, we did Ichigo, and we did Nigo. So that's 3. Well, we have to go back to Heisei. We have to go back because I'm like, give me anything. I don't, even if it's phase 2, I'm like, okay, I will take it and no problem. But to get O's, we hit the give or take the Goldilocks area of like, okay, that's good. That's good. Even though I know that later on, because of the popularity of O's, we've got Visa X's and extra movies that. So how are we doing this? How are we doing this?
Well, interestingly enough, there's 48 episodes, and most episodes are basically 2-parters.
Yeah.
So we could easily do like sets of 4 episodes. So TV wise, that's 12 weeks plus the movies.
And if I recall right, there's like
3 movies.
3, yeah. And then
Three-ish.
the Visa X, and of course the after. Are we doing the final O's, like the final O's movie as well? The anniversary one?
Let me ask you this. Did we not do Paradise Regained?
I don't know if my heart can take that.
I've never seen it, but it has been spoiled to me.
Here's the thing. I loved this show so much. I even have data books that I got from Jungle while I was in Japan of the show, and just looking at the cast of O's and who the actors are and whatnot. I was like, bro, this show is so good that I have to know who the actors are, who and so obviously, looking at the whole cast, you have, again, my main was Ankh. I loved Ankh.
Yeah.
And Ryusei Muro really captured the feelings that Ankh had, especially when at the end of the final O's movie, I was like, God damn it, really? You had to make Ryusei cry. You had to make him cry for Shu Watanabe. Of course, and again, I even follow these people online on Instagram and on X. I follow them, and I'm like, dude, it's so cool that they're still going on. Like they're still like a thing. I think like recently, both Shu and Rico, who was Hina and Eiji, actually started in a drama together.
Yeah.
So
I remember one time I was falsely informed that Shu Watanabe was in the Attack on Titan live action movie. So I literally went to a theatrical screening of Attack on Titan dressed up as Eiji Hino. And I wore my Taka Kamakiri Taco combo because
actually he was.
Was he?
Yeah,
Like I looked at the credits and like
he's actually in the credits on IMDb.
it's weird because like when I watched it,
although I don't think he played like a very like notable character. Like he's in. He's not. So technically you weren't wrong.
I thought he played like Aaron or Armin.
Oh, get out of here! If he was one of those two, no way. I mean, like, yeah, no joke. The discography, especially more with Ryosuke, him being not only a film actor, but also on stage many times. He's done.
He was also in Caesar X.
He did on stage plays. Let me see here. Stage plays. I know he did. He's Gojo in the Jujutsu Kaisen. He's Gojo.
Yeah,
I know he did. I know he did a Yu Yu Hakusho. I forget who he was in Yu Yu Hakusho.
I wouldn't be surprised if he did like Karama or Karasu. But yeah,
he was.
But yeah, my very first Kamen Rider cosplay was in fact Eiji Hino. Yeah, this is a classic, iconic picture. And look who's there on the right side of the photo.
Yeah, no,
we were both there. We're about equidistant. Yeah, and but seriously though, that kid, I still wonder where he is, what he's doing. Probably great things.
That kid's probably living his best life right now.
And I hope he is. He deserves it.
I am just relieved that we got like the Goldilocks area of a Kamen Rider series,
Yep.
Like,
and secret cameo.
I don't know if I could have done like a Gaim level. I mean, if we had gotten Ghost, I'm like, oh fuck. Would have been ironic, and the chain would have been there, but I was like, I'm not wanting to do Beast and X and extra movies, and I just want something chill.
Yeah,
like
O's is pretty chill because it just has the one Beast and X.
O's is pretty chill. Like, if you like animals, here it is. If you like amalgamating animals, well, here we go. Because
if you like greed,
if you like money, if you like very
vending machines,
very strong petite girls. If you
I actually do like very strong petite girls.
If you like birthday cakes, there's a lot of birthday cakes here.
If you like old man in deep baritone singing "Happy Birthday,"
I mean, also like again, if you're a fan of two broke girls, here comes two broke guys. Both Eiji and Akira Date are literally broke as fuck.
Yeah. Oh, wait. If you like creepy dolls.
Oh.
This is actually really interesting because I think this is the first season where you and I have both watched the entire season beforehand.
Yeah, we have. Like, again, I think I have it download. I have it burned. That's how much I love this show.
Yeah.
What was the name of the scientist that
Maki. Dr. Maki.
And that was by Yu Kiyomo, who is again, do you remember the Forze special that they did with him? Like that he's a huge like Sentai fan, but he got mad at the Pink Rangers for playing with Kamen Rider toys because he apparently killed one, and they arrested him. And it's like, no,
I think he also was the shopkeeper in Akiba Ranger.
Yeah, he was. He was the one that yelled at
Akagi.
At Akagi because he was like, apparently, what was it? It was like because they name him off, and apparently after after Zoo Ranger, it was
Yeah. Instead of Die Ranger, it's
It's
Gosei
Akiba.
Sentai Akiba Ranger.
Yeah, so yeah, the man is obviously he's a director. He's a it's gonna be good to see him again. It's in his wackiness of who he is.
O's was a really good season. I'm really happy to revisit this.
I'm just glad that we got something very like zen. Honestly, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
thank God.
Yeah, like low key, like if we finish this season like promptly, I would not mind getting Amazon specifically right after that, solely because it is a short season and we might be able to finish O's and Amazon before the end of the year. So
The thing was, as I said, I was just trying to get something zen and trying to get something chill, obviously, and luckily. But to say that we're gonna get to my first Kamen Rider,
yeah,
like that was not on the cards. That was not.
You got lucky. I got unlucky because
what was in between? What were we? What are they going by order, or was it like?
Yeah. It was an order. So,
so
basically, hold on. Let me go to
It would have been either double or Forza.
Yeah, hold on. Name pick. Hold on. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me Control H this thing because I never remember the name of websites. Let's see. I have to scroll down. It was early in the days. I have to do a lot of downward scrolling. Oh, there it is. Wheel of Names. By the way, in case anyone's interested in the name of the website we use, it's called Wheel of Names. Yeah, so right between O's were W and Forza, naturally.
So yeah, so either those ones would have been good for me too.
Yeah,
those ones would have been good for me. I'm like, oh man, if we had gotten double, that would have been like, oh, here comes the feels, ladies and gentlemen.
I remember like we almost got Kabuto, but no, instead we got, I think it was Kiva.
If we had just again, I would have been fine with either or double or fours. I would have been great.
Yeah,
because I have some props from those shows. So.
Yeah, and I still have my medal case. You know what? This year I'm not even gonna pull out my my belt. I'm just gonna pull out my medal case because medal case is fine.
Yeah.
Man, I honestly can't wait for the 27th because
goodbye Ichigo.
Goodbye Ichigo. Hello.
Oh,
hey. You got the medals 1, 2, and 3. Life goes on. The ending goes coming up. Pose. We love you guys. Well, I think we got one more comment. Someone showing up. Okay. Yeah, so if you enjoyed, please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Ding the bell icon to stay notified for our latest videos. We do Ultraman Omega on Mondays, Kamen Rider Gob on Wednesdays, number 1 Sentai Go Juju on Thursdays, and starting on July 27th, on Sundays, we'll be covering Kamen Rider O's.
We're taking a little sabbatical this next week, right?
This weekend, yes. Because we're doing the episode today. We got a 10-day break before we do the next episode. And wow, man, it's gonna. I'm still trying to figure out what background to use for the thumbnails. Yeah, and yeah, it's. Also, we got plenty of interviews uploaded. We got all 3 VR troopers on our channel, as well as Claire Blackwelder, aka Kendall Morgan from Dino Charge. She's the Purple Ranger. And check out our sister channel, The Butter Show, where we do various movie reviews and discussions. And on that channel, we also have some interviews uploaded. We have Brent Trace Sands from Impound Comics. And tomorrow we will debut our interview with Joel Adams, who's a character designer for King of the Hill.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, and probably sometime this month we're also gonna review the Superman movie and maybe a few other movies that came out during the summer because a lot of movies are coming out this summer for some reason.
For some reason.
For some reason, we still haven't done the Crow remake, and I hope we don't do that for a while. We haven't done Moana 2, but we did make the thumbnails, so they're there. Yeah, so please enjoy, have a great weekend. We love you guys. Stay safe, stay hydrated, update your emergency kits, hug your loved ones, and also if you want to say hi to us in person, we will be at the Burbank Marriott for ToonCon to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the Batman. And if you want to check out our personal content, where can the people find you?
Just on IG. Thank you so much, you guys. And maybe we'll be doing a TikTok soon.
Yeah. And you can find me on Instagram at Boken_Kabuto. We love you guys. Stay safe. Enjoy your weekend. And we'll see you again real soon. Goodbye.
Night.
Whoosh.